is it a good thing? Another night ruined, I don't even know when we became this way. Now you're acting so different than back when we had it easy. Now you don't.
Hey everyone, my name is Kristen and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am officially 1 week away from taking my NCLEX. I cannot even believe it's already July and I can't even believe that my NCLEX is 1 week away. Today starts the 7-day countdown and you know, I'm low-key freaking out, but I'm ready to take this exam and get it done and over with though. I thought I would take you along today to let you know kind of how I'm tailoring my study sessions a little bit differently since it's 1 week away. I'm not really gonna be learning too much information. I'm kind of just gonna be reviewing the things that I already have, for example, like my study guide. I know I wanna re-listen to all the MK lectures this week, and then I also wanna make sure that I am reviewing my flashcards that have all the drugs on them. I want to go ahead and get my day started because I feel like I have a lot to do with a week left, and it's not just NCLEX. I have a lot to do for like my upcoming job, which I'm super excited to give y'all a job update a little later on. I've been pretty busy and I have to make sure that I obviously prioritize my NCLEX studying, so that is what I'm gonna do today. So I want to go ahead and get started. First things first today, I do have a pre-employment paperwork that I have to get done today and send it in for my new job. Now this paperwork is like 13 pages and I've kind of been waiting to do it, but I do need to do it today. Basically, this is what it looks like and it's just demographics. I do have to get this done today because tomorrow at 7 I have my pre-employment appointment. This is where I get like my TB test done as well as my drug test. So I'm excited to get all this done and out of the way. And I found out that my start date is July 26th. And like I said, I am going to do a whole video on updating y'all with the whole job situation just because things shifted around a little bit and I want to let y'all know kind of what happened and where things are at right now. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and just do 25 questions. I have always really liked to wake up and just do some questions in the morning to get my brain thinking and my brain ready to go. So I'm also gonna do those questions and get that done and out of the way. And since I've already done all the UWorld questions, I've like turned to ATI and then Saunders as well because I realized Saunders had a huge question bank online. I thought they had a pre and post assessment, but they also have a bunch of questions. I have been utilizing just those two resources for extra NCLEX questions. That is also what I'm gonna do this morning as well.
Oh, the silence are way too loud. Yeah, 'cause I won't be okay without you every day. Baby, don't run away. Baby, don't throw our love away.
Alright, I just finished the assessment that I had to email in, and then I also did the questions. I got a 76. I've noticed that I've been averaging about 70 right now, so that just makes me feel a lot better than where I was before. I was getting like 40s and 50s, and I was second guessing myself, and now I feel like I'm doing a lot better when it comes to just using my judgment and not getting flustered and let my test anxiety say I don't know anything when obviously I do. I am going to take just a mini break. I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to make some food and then kind of get back to letting y'all know what my study schedule is going to look like for the next week. With all the ingredients that my sister has in our home, this is the best I could come up with. I'm currently making a black bean chicken quesadilla.
Another night ruined, I don't even know when we became this way.
Alright, so this is what I currently have set up in my bullet journal. I have a 1 week study plan, and I figured honestly this is a great 1 week study plan if you are in a time crunch and you just need something to quickly put together. Really, it just focuses around the MK audios, so I decided to break up 2 every day. And I already listened to them, so I'm just going to be listening to them on 2 times speed. Mark Klemick does such a great job at condensing all the information and really just giving some great mnemonics and some great tips and tricks on how to memorize and actually know and apply this information. So I definitely want to re-listen so I'm able to recall the information a bit faster that he goes over. And I actually created my own study guide of his audios because there was some information that I felt like wasn't in there, and then I rearranged it around just so it was easier for me to review while I was studying for NCLEX, so I'm gonna review that while I'm listening to the audios. I'm just gonna read my study guide and just listen to the audios at the same time. I noticed that re-listening and having something in front of me really helps me, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I am gonna post a few resources after my NCLEX is over in the Facebook group, so if you want that study guide, it should be in there sometime next week after my NCLEX date. Now, the other thing that I like to do, and I will be doing every day, is in the morning I will be doing 25 questions regardless if it's Saunders or ATI, and then I will also be completing around 100 questions a day. So I put both in there because I don't know which one I'm going to be doing, the 100 versus the 25. I do like to wake up and do 25 questions just to get my brain going. Towards the afternoon time, I like to do the 100 questions. And normally that does take a little chunk of time. I do like to make sure once I'm done with answering the questions, I go over the rationale. So I know that for me, that's probably going to take a little bit of time throughout the day. Before I go to sleep every day, I am going to go through my drug cards that I created. I created drug cards on the top 50 drugs that are normally tested on NCLEX. I could not find like a comprehensive list, but ATI, whenever I had my 3-day live review, they gave me a ton of information on the top drugs that they normally test on, so that's kind of what I'm going off of. And I googled like the top 100 drugs, and most of these were on there, so I created these drug cards that have just the highlighted information that I need to know, and a lot of it actually came from ATI too. For some reason, the drug portion of the ATI live review was very helpful when it came to ATI. So these drug cards are a miniature version of the big drug cards that I made for my pharmacology class. So obviously my pharm drug cards are 5x8. They're very large. They have a bunch of information on the front or back. And actually this card doesn't even have that much on it. Normally I would put like patient education, and also I would put on here anything I would need to know about administering the drug. My NCLEX flashcards just have the generic and trade name. And then on the back, I do just have the class that it's in, indications, side effects, any assessment pieces that I need to know, and basically any notes that need to be included on the drug. That seems to be something that I always see on test questions. And I do like to put on here notes of things that I can't seem to remember. So I did create flashcards that are just the highlight of what I need to know. And I believe there's a little bit more than 50 of these. And I will also be copying these and putting these on the Facebook group as well. So if you want access to them, I will have those, like I said, up next week after my NCLEX test date. These flashcards have been so helpful, and drugs that I honestly struggled with in the past, I've been able to quickly pick up just because I've been going through these. So that is my goal, is to make sure I'm going through them once a day. So by my test date, I would have gone through these 7 days in a row. The last couple things that I wanted to point out is this Saturday, I will be completing my first UWorld assessment. I have 2 available, and I'm going to be completing the first one on Saturday. Give myself the day to review any missed questions that I got. Then I will be taking a day to just review that material that I may have not understood or forgotten, or whichever questions I didn't get correct. I want to make sure I have a day to like really just review that and go back over it. Then I will be completing my second UWorld assessment on Monday. That should give me a great indicator on what my NCLEX test score will be. And of course, if I have any extra time, or if I have any extra questions that I didn't answer, I figured if I had any free time, I just did put ATI questions in there. I will also review any of the questions that I got wrong in the UWorld assessment. And of course, like I said, at night, I will be reviewing flashcards. So that leaves Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Tuesday is the day before my NCLEX. I will not be doing anything that day. If I do anything, it's probably just going to be reviewing my study guide that I created with the MK audios, and then just reviewing my flashcards and maybe some lab values, and that is absolutely it. I'm not going to be doing questions that day. And of course, test day. My test is at 8 a.m. I want to make sure I get there early, especially with traffic. This is really what the week looks like. I'm not going to be doing too much when it comes to learning things. I'm mainly just reviewing at this point, and anything that sticks, and anything that I don't know, I'm just going to try my best to think critically through on the exam. I'm on my way to my car right now because I'm going to dinner, looking like a salami mess, but that's okay. Today is another game for the Tampa Bay Lightning. You know, you have to take those breaks whenever you are studying. So I decided to get dinner with my friends tonight, get out of the house because I haven't been out for the last 2 days because of the storm, and then NCLEX studying. This is just me taking a break from studying right now, having fun, getting out, doing me time, which I know I talk a lot about on my channel, so make sure that you continue to do self-care. So important to make sure you're completing self-care, to remember about yourself, your mental health, and all of that. I feel like 2 vlogs ago, I really forgot to take time for myself.
Just like me.
Welcome to Florida weather. It's sunny one moment and then starts drizzling and raining the next. I know a few weeks ago I definitely stopped with my self-care. I stopped going out for walks. I was like inside 24/7, and that's not healthy. It's definitely good to make sure you're getting out and not burying yourself in NCLEX studying and even nursing school studying. I'm making sure to implement in my routine that I have to get outside once a day and just stop looking at NCLEX stuff. And like I said, I noticed my test scores have gone up ever since I've stopped prioritizing NCLEX studying. I know as weird as that sounds, but when I started doing other things with my free time and really just focusing on myself, man, has my confidence like once again gone back up. That's really helped. And times like these, like, I cherish with my friends and family, so I definitely have to have that time to just get out, do something else, forget about NCLEX, and you know, what will be, and what is meant for me is meant for me. And I still have a job regardless of my test results, so we're just going with the flow at this point. And a week away, I will have taken my exam and have been done with it. I just like to preach how important it is to make sure that you focus and you just remember about your mental health. For me, especially when it does come to test anxiety, anxiety is anxiety and it can manifest in different ways. And for me, it's test anxiety because I put way too much pressure on myself. I hold myself to a very high standard. I have that personality that has to be a perfectionist. And I know that was me growing up as well. Having that positive environment and just making sure that you're around positive people, especially in nursing school, and you really try to lift each other up when somebody's down. That's so important. Just to make sure you are there for each other. Have people who are in nursing school, outside of nursing school, and just keep yourself afloat in that positive environment, and you continue to talk positively about yourself. Don't be afraid to tell yourself, I'm gonna crush this exam, because the more you tell yourself that, you will believe it. I promise, I promise, I promise. Know that you are going to be so successful in nursing school. It doesn't matter about the grades, as long as you know the stuff, you pass your boards, that's all that matters. Nobody's gonna look back and see what grades you got. And it just started to rain, so if you hear raindrops, that's why.
Another night without you by my side. How can I lose you now?
All right, y'all, I just got back from having dinner. It's already 11:30, so I am gonna call this vlog quits today. I hope that learning about how I'm gonna be studying in the last week before my NCLEX helps you on your journey. And of course, if you have any comments or suggestions that you want to go ahead and leave down in the comment section down below, just leave them there. And of course, I always just want to wish you luck on your nursing journey.